Okay, we're in round 2. We're going to keep this hand. Opponent is playing first. Alright, opponent plays Swiftwater Cliffs. Looks like he might be double queuing, or maybe he was just disposed with something, I'm not sure. Alright, Jeskai Elder is certainly a good turn to play. We'll get our Windscarred Crag out there and pass. We're going to get a turn 3 Grizzly into a turn 4 Nightblade, probably. Unfortunately, getting some value off that Elder, but... Oh, he didn't use the ability. Well, I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that. Let's get our Grizzly down now. And we'll pass. Could be a decent chance we play Dragon Scale Boon next turn offensively. Alright. Let's take some morph damage. Alright, so I'm going to attack into that morph and likely Dragon Scale Boon. If he blocks. If he doesn't block, we'll just play the Nightblade and pass. Could also leave up the Dragon Scale Boon, but I think I'm okay with getting this Nightblade down. Because then the Dragon Scale Boon is going to give us a little bit of Death Touch too, which is nice. So you can start unmorphing. Well, it's problematic, but I'm forced to accept. So taking quite a bit of damage here. Guess that still would have been a brutal crippling chill even with our Dragon Scale Boon. Secret plans. Well, that's going to be a big problem, but I can do nothing. Sultai Scavenger, currently cannot play it. I guess we swing and then pass. And I think we're going to end up actually Dragon Scale Booning our Nightblade, because I feel like the 5 toughness is going to defend a little bit better, and then it'll have Death Touch, so there's a higher chance of being able to Dragon Scale Boon to better effect here. I do have to do some guesswork on which morph I'm blocking, and it has to be basically... He has to have nothing too, which is could be an issue, but we'll go for it. So we're going to Dragon Scale Boon our Nightblade and block. Well, we'll see if we resolve this. Well, cannot pay the 3, so I guess we're going to take some damage here. So we go to 6, which is certainly problematic and fairly bad for us, but we'll see. I at least have some blockers online at this point. Our opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. Well, not the worst draw. Do I have lethal? I'm actually 1 short of lethal, which is definitely disappointing. I think we just do Helm Smasher and then swing with Helm Smasher only. Oops. I feel like I'm going to need my blockers in case he's got a spell to remove 1, so I can block with the other one. Alright. It does in fact work. At least he doesn't have good attacks there. Although, well, probably had decent attacks there. So DC's pet. So I've got 7 resources. I can play this for 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Could swing with the Grizzly. One of those could be a flock. I have the Right of the Serpent, which I kind of want to set up for. I think we just play scat. Let's play it a little bit safe here. So we're gonna delve out this dude, and then we'll morph our pet, and then pass. Master of the Way is indeed a very good card. Going all in. All right. Well, we're going to have to do some tactical blocks here and hope it pans out well for us. So I think we're going to be blocking the morphs just to try and play it the safest. So I think what we're going to do is double block here, and then we're going to double block here. I have the feeling he can only unmorph one, which means though he can kill our Grizzly and unmorph this and possibly kill both of our guys, we'll at least take care of his morphs and be left with the Right of the Serpent. But this is definitely highly dependent on what he has. All right. That's acceptable. Did get to draw a card off of that, but we're still in okay shape here. He killed our morph too, which actually isn't that good. So I'm not too bugged. I guess one major issue is he's on a 3-turn clock, which isn't ideal. But we do have a Right of the Serpent. I'm not going to use it on the Elder. Does not seem worth it on the Elder. But our opponent's card advantage is vastly superior to ours. I will give him that. So definitely something to have concerns about. Unfortunate draw, but to be expected. We are running an 18 land deck, and our opponent is getting good card advantage on us, as mentioned. I mean, we're dead to Awaken the Bear, but I'm not going to play around it until I see it. It just doesn't seem right to do a Right of the Serpent on a Jeskai Elder. I think our best chances are attempting to race it. That seems strange to me. He must have a Dragon Scale boon. But if he had that, he could kill us next turn. It's the only play that makes sense to not... Actually, I just don't... I'm confused. He must have a post-combat play of some sort. Geez, he's throwing one of those away. I'm trying to think how he logically... He seems to have a very good, very, very good teamer deck. I have not seen a card from him yet that I could deem not all that good. Not a single one. I think we're going to Right of the Serpent here. I really wish this had 4 power. All right. It only taps it for a turn, but that might be all he needs. If he has Dragon Scale Boon or Awaken the Bear, we die here. So I should have actually left open a green source, so I Savage Punched the Jeskai Elder. Well, we're still not dead, believe it or not. Well, we're dead now. All right, well, we got pretty well annihilated there. Not feeling good about this match because his deck looks very good. His deck, like I said, I actually did not see one single card played on his side that I would even consider kind of marginally good. Every single spell that we see in his graveyard is exceptionally good, maybe with the exception of Trumpet Blast. But Jeskai Elder, Ice Feather Raven, Icy Blast, Double Snowhorn, Misfire Weaver, Master, Teamer Charm, Crippling Chill, every single piece of removal, every single creature is going to be very difficult to beat. Our Archer's Parapet look much, much worse now because he has the 5 power guys. I am not feeling good about this match at all. I feel very bad about this match, as a matter of fact. Naturalize for Secret Plans is always a big turnoff for me. But it did generate all this card advantage, and we do appear to have a deck that needs some help. So I guess we can do Naturalize. I almost don't want to do it over Despise just because I'd like to hit those 5/5s with the Despise. But what else can I really cut, I guess? I still like the Rite of the Serpents. I guess we'll take out a Despise for it. Unfortunately, I can't really lower my creature count, and our mana base is atrocious enough where I still think we need a Mardu Banner. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for an easy match, but that's all right. Our deck is unfortunately subpar enough where I don't have a lot of confidence. I mean, it actually was just straight up my own fault, I think. If I had... what was the spell he killed us with again? How can I not remember? It's just 2 seconds ago. Well, whatever he killed us with, I can't remember if he could play that at instant speed or not. So I could have killed him with my... well, this is not good. Let's see. On the play, no green source. Do have black sources. Don't have quick plays. Debating still keeping it, to be honest. Our deck is such a hot mess now. Man, I felt a lot more confident about it after the draft, but considering how it's been playing so far, lost a lot of confidence. So no green source. We only have about 7 in the deck. What are the chances I just rip 2 lands? A green source. It's not a good hand. I'm going to keep it. I don't feel comfortable with this deck in any way, shape, or form anymore, and I certainly don't feel comfortable mulliganing if I have 18 lands and I could potentially just rip any 2 lands and at least play a Nightblade and rip a green source, which is one of our main colors, and be much better. But could draw no lands and be in rough shape starting next turn, but we'll see. All right, well, this does not bode well, friends. I was hoping to rip any lands there, but I think I just lost a lot of confidence after that one. Yeesh. All right, well, I'm about ready to call it game here at this point. I guess we are pretty much toast. We're a 4-color deck that has 2 lands on turn 4. That's not a good... that's not good. I definitely was thinking we would rip any lands. Any lands and we could at least play spells. No lands and I don't think we've got a very good chance of winning, unfortunately. Opponent did mulligan, though. We can pray that that slows him, but I doubt it. I guess he did miss a land drop there. All right, very good. Now we got our land drop, so we can at least play I mean, sadly, I need to nab a green source here as much as I loathe that I have to. I could theoretically grab a white source, but how many am I going to have left? 1, 2, 3. I'm still going to have 5 with the banner sources. That should be enough to eventually get this guide online. So I think it's more important to get a green source. And actually, I want to play the morph. I'd rather trade a morph for a morph than try and or make him use removal on my morph for that matter, than try and race him with a grizzly. I'm just not feeling too hot about that. Although with Savage Punch the grizzly would have been a better play. I don't know. I've been making pretty sketchy choices this draft. I don't know what it is. It was a bad draw, but these things happen. Guess we'll play the grizzly now. If I find another resource, I can drop the scavenger. That could help us. I can also Savage Punch at some point. So we're going to take it. All right. So he has Force Away mana up, something to definitely be concerned about. All right. Unfortunate draw once again, but this could just be not my draft. Those happen too. Those do happen. You have to accept them. So let's get in with our grizzly. I think I actually leave it back. I'm going to Savage Punch using my morph on his morph. It may seem strange, but I have a feeling this is the 5/5, and if he's going to force away, I'd rather him force away my morph than force away my grizzly. Okay, got an Ice Feather Aven. So it was a good hit, especially considering Savage Punch does not do all that much when the creature is bounced in response. But we are definitely having resource issues this game, which is very unfortunate. But like I said, these things happen. You have to accept them on the chin, which I do. We do have a Sultai Scavenger play, which is definitely good. Still can't hit a land, though, unfortunately. It's okay. These things happen. Must accept. Yep, it's certainly bad, but I have no choice. We are very mana starved right now, so can't do anything. Taking more damage, letting him loot more, so many bad things are happening, but without a choice. So our mana base isn't coming together the way I'd hoped it would. I did keep. We've been getting kind of combination. Our mana base is bad. Our deck is a little bit lackluster because of the mana base mostly. Still think our power level of our cards is mostly good. I'm just gonna start bashing. I don't think we can really hold. We can't really afford to hold back anymore, unfortunately. So we'll just drop a Nightblade and then pass. Multiple main deck or multiple sideboarded Disdainful Strokes. That's certainly bad for us. Certainly bad. Okay. Taking more damage, letting him loot more. All these things are bad. Yeah, being mana starved while your opponent is looting is never good. Never good. Alright, well, we have a red source, still short of our white, still short of our second green. Man, our mana base looks atrociously bad right now. So we'll drop another Nightblade. I could drop the Morphed Abzan Guide, which would certainly be good if I had a white source, but not so good when I don't have a white source. Fortunately, our opponent has looted many times and is discarding Snowhorn Riders, which is extremely unsettling. All right, well, I don't think that we've got a very good chance of pulling this one together, unfortunately, but... Oh, well, at least he screwed up Trumpet Blast. Well, I guess he didn't, because it still activates the prowess. But yeah, he didn't attack first, but it actually doesn't matter because he has the double prowess, so... he saw his Xyzixes even without using Trumpet Blast correctly, which is kind of funny, actually. Well, I'm disappointed. That's not good. So we're doing very poorly. We're doing very poorly, and our deck is not playing well for us at all. I did keep a low threshold of chance of success. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it was low threshold chance of succeeding, because that's absolutely not true. If we had just ripped a couple lands, any lands, we would have been able to play spells. Not seeing any lands with the 2-lander keep did end up screwing us, but I think with an 18-land deck, you should feel much more comfortable keeping 2-landers and making them come together. Yeah, so I'm disappointed. Our deck's not playing well. It doesn't look all that good. Our mana base is not... we were very reliant on our mana base working, and it's not. So it's disappointing. It doesn't feel good, but I'm hoping we can get a win in the finals here, or in round 3, I should say.